Hello, everyone. How are you doing? My name is Enric. I'm from Barcelona, from Spain. I'm a life enjoyer and also seeker of more greatness and magic, as many of you that you are here in this Zoom. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. This Zoom is based on my energy system, my technique that is called Pulse of Life. Maybe you heard about it. Some of you, you've been in some other calls, even in some live class. Many of you not, but welcome. Welcome all of you. Thank you very much for joining. Welcome also to the translators that are doing an amazing job here translating this call to different languages, to Chinese, Japanese, Spanish, Romanian, and Turkish. So thank you very much for this amazing job that you are doing. So you are making it possible for other people to also be part of this, understanding everything, or at least almost. So thank you very much. And the title of this call is Connect with Yourself. The wisdom is within you. Oh, I see a mic that is not silent. I think it's you, Andre. So is it Tanji translating? I think. Okay. Okay, so I will make you silent. So if Angie is translating, I have to put her in translation. 1 second. Angie. Okay. Yeah, now Angie is set as translator. Sorry, guys, some logistics, some technical things. So yeah, as I was saying, the title is Connect with Yourself. The wisdom is within you. So I hope for some of you, this title already invited you to something, because what I'm saying here is true. It's something that many of you, most of you know that, but how often are you allowed to trust on that? How often are you remembering this? How often are you functioning from this connecting to yourself, from this acknowledging the wisdom that you have within you? We are in a reality that is based mainly in a mind, let's say, structure and activity. It's also based on a distraction. It's also based on a confusion. And it's in our hands to change this. Like if we follow, let's say, the mass, if we follow what people is doing, it's not easy sometimes to achieve this connection with yourself, this connection with greatness. Because let's say it that way, when we are talking about ourself is greatness. Like ourself as beings, our natural state, our nature as beings is greatness. Okay, so that's why there's a wisdom here. There's a wisdom because we are consciousness, we are information, we are much greater than what we think with our minds. Okay, we've been going to the school, we've been learning from other people to do many things, to also believe in many things that are important for this life. But the more you are growing as a person, you are seeing that many of the things might not be that interesting for you or not even true. Okay, that's why you need to connect to yourself. You need to find yourself. You need to find this trusting with you that is, let's say, beyond any thing that people says. Okay, beyond anything that other people believe or tell you. Okay, you have to find what is your truth. There is not like uh, let's say the one truth. There is not just one truth. There is many truths. Starting for each of us have a different perspective, have a different truth. So you have to find this one, okay? And the purpose of Pulse of Life is that you can get more connected with yourself. You can get more connected to your magic. Okay? Then say this, that we are in this reality that is a reality of a mind. When we can go beyond this mind, we can see that there is a whole world of energy. which is probably more the nature of you than the nature of your mind, the nature of the reality of your mind. Okay, that's just a reality. But you, as a being, you have an energetic origin, an energetic capacity, an energetic world. Okay, so Pulse of Life is an invitation for you to be aware of this energetic world, where you come from and where you are going and where you are. Okay, it's like this life is like we are having this suit, this this dress that is my body right now, and then we are an energy that is here. We are the energy of the being. We are this consciousness that is embodying this body and having an experience, right? So you are that energy, you are this being, okay? And the life you are having is what you are now gifted to do. You have this gift of having this body, of having this life, and with that you can now create many things. Okay, it's like a game. It's like, what if you are here playing a game? Okay, we forgot about all this. Like a part of this game is that you cannot remember much, you cannot remember anything. It's how our minds are also, let's say, distracted. Our minds are also um, implanted, controlled. Okay, it's part of the game. But it's part of the game too that you can find out more of this, that you can discover more of these energetic walls, more of these energy capacity that you have. Okay. How are you going, guys? Is it good? I see the image is stopping. Maybe my connection is not so good. Can you hear me well? Hello. Okay. I'm not seeing you. I see you guys frozen, but good that you guys are hearing me. That's good. Okay, at least you you can see me. Okay, so I will continue. So what we do with Pulse of Life is to use different tools to create this connection with yourself and to create this connection with the energetic world. And that works for you to increase this connection, but also it works for other people. You can also do that on other people. But for me, the most important thing is that we all get to have this greater capacity, this greater experience. The thing is that if we can alter things in the energetic field, we can then also change what happens in the reality of on the physical reality. Okay, we can change something. As you know, many of you are also energy workers. That's not just Impulse of Life, it's in most of the techniques, it's how it works. When we can change something in the energy field, then it changes in the reality, in the physical reality, okay? So that's my purpose. Like many years ago, well, not many, but a few years ago, I started to receive and perceive the energy and see the energy in a different way that I didn't before, where I could really see the energy, how to change the energy. And with that, I started to change many things in my life. I started to then change many situations, especially starting from my body. Like my body is what is telling me that something is not well. So my biggest, let's say, yeah, like GPS, it's my body. My body is telling me suddenly like, oh, it's paining here. I'm having a strong headache. I'm having a stomach ache. I'm having a pain somewhere. that these kind of pains can be like normal pain that I have or I used to have always. And then with this way of connecting to the energy, with being able to be present with energy and change, alter the energy, then I could change any of these pains, any of these, let's say, physical situation. Okay. And then I realized, okay, these things that I'm using for me, I've been using it for a few years, and I would do it daily, like every night or during the day, anytime I would feel a pain in my body or I don't know, not feeling so good or something. Then I would say, okay, let me just have a moment for me. Let me put my hands or let me change the energy. The truth is that these tools that I learned, you can use it either with your hands or either with without the hands. Like it's the capacity of changing the energy. Okay, it's the capacity to be present in the energetic field. Okay, so then when I would do that, I would then feel greater. After a few minutes, I would change this situation. This applies also to different aspects of life. If you have something in your life that is going on, like a situation, a conflict, or something, you can also alter that energy always in pro of greatness. Okay, this is not to harm anyone or to do anything as a, let's say, against anyone. Here the fight in this life, the truth of this game is that the fight is with yourself. The fight is to for you to fight for the greatest of you. That's the only fight you should have in life. Andre saying you cannot mute. 1 second, guys. I don't see you now. Andre, whoever is translating, if you are translating Angie, you have to unmute. And if you are translating Andrew, you have to unmute. But normally now it's Angie selected as Angie selected. Okay, so who's translating? Andrew, you or Angie? Sorry, guys. Andre. Okay, so I have to now set you. You cannot switch as a translator. I'm sorry, ladies. You have to either do one of you or the other because it's like a setting thing. So who you want me to leave, Andre or Angie? You can write it in the chat and I will set you. Right now is Angie is set as a translator. This is for the Japanese channel. For the rest, it doesn't affect you at all. Can you write it on the chat who I leave so I know Andre or Angie, please? Andre, okay. So let me change it again. 1 second, guys. Okay. Andre said, now you can unmute yourself and you can start translating. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so what I was telling you about that, about capacity to connect with yourself. It's like, so if you connect with yourself, it's this connection that goes beyond your thinking. That's what I'm referring to. That's why if you go beyond this thinking, the mind, you have your body also, but you have something else that is your being. That is, what is your being? It's this energy that we are talking about. Okay, so that's why for me it's so important to be able to connect with energies because this that connecting to energies, being able to work with energies, it's also being connected to yourself, the truth of yourself. And I know many of you, you understand this because you already have experiences with energy, you already have knowledge. And maybe some of you, you are still like, oh yeah, I don't believe so much on that, or I'm not so sure. It's okay. Like take your time, like research, also find it for yourself. Okay, you don't have to also trust everything I say or neither agree it. Okay, you have to find your truth. And that's also an understanding for all of you guys that we all have different realities. We all have different moments. So if someone is not understanding what you are knowing or what you are talking about, it's not a problem. Okay, you don't have to make other people follow you or understand what you are saying. Okay, like who can listen to you, they will listen to you. Who cannot, don't waste your time. And also that's where you can have also more ease for yourself with this. And also you can respect other people, like not because now you are, let's say, getting into all this energetic and spiritual information, you have to then make everyone else around you believe the same. I always say that imagine you a few years ago when you couldn't hear about any of these information, someone would come to you and tell you like, hey, but you have to believe that. You are energy. You are a being beyond this body. You have many lifetimes. When you die, you embody again, or you go to other realities, other planets. And then you would say like, shut up, you are crazy, right? So, okay, so you can have the same respect for other people that is not in the same reality. It's like a dimension, it's like a mental state. You are in a reality, specific reality, that's your state, that's your vibration, that's your level of information, level of consciousness. Okay, so you have to also own own that level that you have. Not that it's superior, it's just different. Okay, not from superiority, it's more like, okay, I'm in this reality, and some other people are another reality, and that it doesn't mean they are lower if they are not interested in energy. They just have a different reality. Okay, everyone has a different moment, a different state. So also that's a way of connecting with yourself where you can find this state wherever it is and start to increase this trust, this confidence with yourself, with what you are experiencing, with what you know, with all your questions too. Like you have many questions, many wonders. Like, what is this? I wonder what is that? I wonder about this. I wonder about that. But if you look, we are in a moment that it's amazing. Like more and more information is becoming available for all of us. We are, many of us, we are having this now gift of stepping into greater realities. It's more and more available. And it's also part of what we are looking for and what we are creating with our choices, with this, okay, I'm going to put my time, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to offer this knowledge and these tools to other people that might need it. They are looking for it. They are looking for help. They are looking for something else. Okay. How are you going, guys? Good. I see you, some of you, very little. Most of you, you are without camera. That might be because you are sleeping or ready to sleep. I know some of you are in Asia, so it's late. It's later. Then here it's only 4 p.m. So then I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you are hearing, if you are sleeping. I only see a few of you that you are with the camera, and now I see more. Thank you. Some of you are also putting your camera. Thank you, thank you. Especially the ones that you are so looking so well, just sitting in your beautiful room. The ones that you are preparing the food for the kids or like making, like or tracking or just doing something very actively, it's not a problem. You don't need to put your camera. Someone is saying that wrote me in private that my boyfriend is sleeping. Okay, so don't put the camera. Oh, it's nice. Now I know what you guys are sharing. Someone is saying I'm in the bus and I cannot not open the camera, but I'm with you. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's good. Now I see a few more of you. You look all very nice. Now I can connect more with you. Thank you. Someone saying I'm with you. Thank you very much. I'm also with all of you. And also we can connect energetically. That's also what we are doing already. But as I was saying, it's also part of playing, part of the game. Here, this experience with the body. It's through our bodies, it's the instrument that we can experience things, we can create things, we can have an amazing experience thanks to our bodies. Okay. The truth is, yes, is that we would not have a body, probably, yeah, we would not be here. We would be somewhere else. Who knows? But okay, we have a body, so let's really have fun with it. That's also something that with our limited minds, many of us seeing a limited world that can feel very, let's say, hard sometimes, very difficult, we want to almost give up. We want to go somewhere else. Did any of you had that anytime in your life? Did any of you felt like, oh my God, I just want to go somewhere else or I want to die? I had it many times, many times, many times, many times. But look, I'm here and I'm greater. It's like there is not much choices here. It's like you stop, you can try to stop your life or you continue. And if you continue your life, you go always to greater. That's another thing that we have to understand about ourselves, about life, and about energy. We we don't connect with energy because we don't understand that energy is moving. Energy is moving all the time. The same like life, the same like you, the same like everything else. Okay, but many times we try to work with energy, we try to connect with ourselves and with energy, and we don't succeed or we don't perceive it or we don't have much awareness because we are trying to make it solid. We're trying to make it something that is quiet. So that's another thing when we work with the tools of pulse of life. What we experience is that we can create big changes in our body or in someone else's bodies if we are aware of this energy and that the energy is moving. Okay, so it works in many ways. It works when we work as a treatment, this awareness, but also you can apply it into your life. So it's like even any time you feel stuck in your life or you don't feel great, you have to remind that everything is moving. The only thing is not moving is the lies, is the implants, is the limited energy that you have attached to your mind and into your reality around your body. Okay, but it's part of the game. Part of the game is that you can find out that you can change this. It's your commitment with yourself. It's like part of the lies in this world, in this reality, is that you have to commit to many things. Like you have to commit to work, a job. You have to commit to certain regulations that you don't like them. You have to commit to what certain people tell you. And many of these things might not be true for you, or not even for most of people. Doesn't really matter. We are in a reality where there is limitation, there is fight, there is unconsciousness, there is a darkness. Is the polarity. So okay, so you have to see the whole picture. It's not wrong. You don't have to go against what is, let's say, dark or bad. It's also here doing its purpose. It's like in your life, when you are doing something not good, you're doing, for example, imagine you every day you are overeating, or you are taking 7 coffees or whatever, or smoking 4 boxes of cigarettes. I don't know, any addiction or anything or any activity. Or you are sitting in the sofa for 10 hours every day, or you are working 15 hours per day. Anything that you are doing that is over, let's say, something that is great for your body. So imagine that then you can change that. So when you say, okay, now I'm going to stop doing that much, I'm doing less, or I'm stopping it totally. Here's where there is your greatness, your capacity of change. You're stepping up, okay? You're getting greater. So that's the same with all other aspects, like with energy or with anything we're talking, like you can get greater. And this bad thing that was there, this addiction, it was okay, it was doing something for you. Now you know that you can put your attention in something else. Was bad, yes, but this dark side of you, this dark moment of your life, was there to make you something very clearly, to make you a point, to make you aware of something. Okay, so that's also where you can receive much more, where you can also play much more in this game. If you can see all this polarity, all this bad, heavy darkness, whatever, on the other side, and then you can use it all for you. Like, with what I do with this energy work with Pulse of Life is that you can see this greatness, this bigger picture. You can sense it, you can become that, you can have this sense of your being that goes much beyond your body. And then from that greatness, you can see how all these things that you are seeing as bad or terrible, they are great. They're okay, they're here. So even bad people in your life, they are here and they are doing their job. It's like if you feel bad with your family, because we all have people in the family that we don't like. I don't know anyone that likes everyone in their family. We pretend. That's another thing that we should do. We should like everyone in our families, and we don't necessarily like all of them. It's not wrong. Okay. So they are great. They are doing perfectly their job. If they are teasing you, if they are triggering you, like your insanity, because they are insane, okay, that's amazing. You can see how insane you are or how weak you are, that you get affected by the limitation of other people. I have insane people in my family, and I'm sure many of you have. By that, I mean people that I don't know, that you don't understand them, that they try to control you, or they try to make you feel bad, or they say you let's say, not nice things. That's very common, right? So the more I'm stepping in my life, the more I'm connecting with my true, with myself, I'm seeing how, okay, they are amazing. Thanks to them, I'm learning to be able to handle insane people in this life. Because I have one of the worst one closer to me. Not all of them are like this. And also, not all the time are like this. That's also what's very confusing when a person can be nice and then can be terrible. But okay, this is all a gift. It's all about you. It's not about them. Everything that is happening is about you in terms of you have this power. You have the power of changing things. It's about this, it's about the greatness. It's not about the small of your ego, of your thinking, but yes, about the greatness of your uniqueness, your difference, your experience that you are having through your body. It's about you, this. Someone wrote me, but you cannot be controlled. You still love your family. The truth is that I hated my family for all my life, almost. That's the very truth. Especially when I was teenager. Maybe when I was a child, it was easier. You are playing, you are just, okay, you do whatever you can. You go to the school, you play with your friends, it's cool. But when you get into the teenagehood, in my case, I was very fighting. So I had a lot of fight, a lot of fight. Still, I have fight, but luckily every day I have less. And one thing that is helping me is being able to see that there is much more than this world, that there is a world of energy that has all these answers that the mind do not understand, but they create this peace. They create the peace with your body. They create the peace with your life. They create an understanding, and also they release all these crazy stories about this life. Okay, so I used to hate a lot my family, not just my family, almost everyone. And my way of being or person or one of my way of beings of personality also, I guess, is that I don't like normal things. So what is normal, what everyone else is doing, I tend to fight it and reject it. So I've been fighting and rejecting a lot because I was hating, everyone, what everyone was doing. And it's taken me a while. Some people maybe lasted for a few years in the teenagehood. I'm 37 years old now. The biggest peace I'm having is the last 2 years. Like I'm starting to really also allowing all this energetic world, all this connection with different realities, with myself, with information, with greatness. And that's giving me peace. It's like, oh, okay, now I understand. Now I can see. Now I can change this. Now I can play. Okay, so then the more this is changing, now finally I can handle all these crazy people. I can handle them, and for sure I can love them because they're a gift. I can see also what is good on them. When you don't have peace with yourself, then you see only what is bad about people because you don't have this big picture, this big awareness of things. You are seeing them and you say, okay, this person is so stupid and it's like this, and I hate this about this person. Yes, it's true, probably what you are seeing. But that's how also you are treating yourself. You are not seeing the greatness of you. When you see the greatness of you, you start to also open that space, that also other possibilities for all these other people around you and all the people that show up in your life. But there's many crazy things in this reality. You also have to be aware that there's truly crazy people and really evil people or evil based beings. But again, if you can see it from a bigger perspective, you can see that they are doing just their job. When you realize that, these people stop, let's say, bothering you. Okay. So we can go much more, it's like we can keep going with this, where we get greater and we get rid of limited things. We get rid of people that is trying to stop us. Then they are not anymore against us. And probably they just weren't. That's why they are also great. That's why they are also good for you, these people, because it's like if you have a weakness, if you have a weakness in your universe, in your world, then something or someone will come there to take advantage. That's how it's working everything in this planet. It's like nature. If some animal is weak, then another one can take advantage. They can take this animal. Or the same with plants, the same with the insects, the same with many things. So it's also how it works energetically. If you are weak, then someone comes there and have fun with you, with the weakness. So you have to get strong. Yes, yes, yes. You have to remember that. You have to remember that you came to this life and you came to play and you came with this, bent in your eyes that you don't see reality, you don't see anything, you don't understand anything. And what if one of the things that you told to yourself is that you will find that you are strong? You will find by yourself in this difficult situation that you can be strong, that you are strong, that you are great. Okay? Someone is asking how to get stronger. So one way is this way I'm talking about the energetic world. For me, this is helping me a lot because how can I say? I have this sensitivity. I'm a person that I have sensitivity with things, with energy, with emotions, with people, with everything. And that was one of my limitations because I would see everyone like acting automatically. My parents, like even my mom, is like so much less sensitive than me. Like almost everyone around me is less sensitive. So then I didn't know how to then be strong because I was like, but how can I be strong in a world that there is so much unfair things, there is so much abuse, there is so much forcing. So I was also not able to then be strong because also the idea of a strong in this world is to fight. I use it a bit for sure, but I was already, it never worked, this fighting against things. Even when I would try to go, all these causes, all these fights, all these different fights I could fight for, they were never my cause. They were never my fight. And I would start to put energy on it, like, oh yeah, I fight for this, for this kind of idea about, I don't know, social idea or political idea or whatever, or style of life. And then it was like, this is boring. Or this is not even giving me too much. or enough or anything. Okay, so one way is with through this connecting with the energy, I can see this how this sensitivity, this capacity of mind of perceive how people feel, how situations feel, how many things, how they feel. I can perceive many things. So that's acknowledging a capacity of mine. So it's acknowledging me. That's making me strong. Then the other thing I would suggest you is that you work for that or for anything that you would like in your life. You have to work for it. I've been the laziest person on this planet, so I know about this and I'm learning. Since I've been fighting so much, as I was telling you, then I fight it, everything that is normal, including working, including have a normal life, have a stable life, have, I don't know, every kind of thing I fight it. But then now it's not about being normal or not. It's about knowing my true. This person, I think you don't see the messages because you're writing me in private. Kathy is saying you are lazy, and she says I'm lazy too. Yes, many of you are lazy. Many of us we are lazy, and it's not just lazy. We are not good with with the routine. We are not good of doing things like robots. We are not robots. As we said at the beginning of this call, everything is moving. So then if you try to have like sometimes a job or activity that is very repetitive, it's not really working for you sometimes because you need to do different things. That's in my case. When I was 20 years old, I stopped working and studying because I couldn't. I couldn't last more than 3 months in a job. I did many jobs. When I was 16 years old, I started to work because my dad told me, you have to work. When I was 16, I started to work and earn my money for myself. So you will do the same. He was telling me that since I was 12 years old or 10, or I don't remember, all his life, I think. Holy shit, it was so clear. There was no other chance. So then I did it. And then I did many jobs at the beginning, like in the summer, in my holidays of a vacation of a study of my school, and then I would work in the summer. Then after that, in the weekends. Then after that, studying, and then in the weekends working, and then after that, having some jobs. But none of these jobs lasted more than 3 months. Well, I had one that lasted a bit more, but was already easy, and it was like a nice, and it was also like a contract for a specific month. I think was 5 months, and then I knew it will finish, so I was safe. I was free. I could feel the freedom because I knew it will finish after 5 months. But for the rest, when I would see myself in a place where they wanted me to work more and more, they're like, "Oh, you're so good. Maybe we can talk about this. Maybe you can do this other job." They wanted to give me more, also, let's say, mm, confidence or even better position in the company. But for me, it was so boring. There was no excitement at all that I would say like, "No, no, I don't want this." And then I would just say like, after a while, like, okay, I need to stop the job. Okay. But what I was saying, sorry for all the stories, but what I was saying is about this commitment. But now, after refusing all these things, after fighting all these things, after since I'm 20 years old, I have all the freedom of the world. That was a choice of mine. I wanted to be free. So I found it out how is being free of any obligation. I know many people didn't experience that. I experienced it for years. I said, I'm done. I'm done with this world. I'm done with this reality. I'm done with this You must do this, you must do that, you must do this. I say, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to do what I want. So I did it. So since my 20 years old, I've been many years not working. And I find my way to live, even to create money, or to at least to manage with my money that I had. Okay, but after all this and finding more and more the truth of myself, I see that I'm here in a game. And if I wait for things, if I don't move forward, I move backwards. I waste my time. I'm making life difficult and painful. When you are not being that, when you are not being connected to yourself, you are making your life painful. You are making your life very slow, very limited. You can feel it with your body. If you don't feel good, it's not just about your body. Many times it's about what you are doing in your life. Okay, so I will repeat these two things you can do. One is to be interested into increase your capacities, or let's say different any ability that you have also that will help you to connect with yourself. If you increase that, you increase your energy capacity, you increase your capacity for any other thing that you have, for social, relationships, for whatever, for anything that you do. If you are a singer, so for singing, whatever, or whatever that allows you to become greater in your life. And then the second thing is that you work, you commit to that things, and you commit to yourself. Like knowing that you are in the game and it's a gift, and there's no time to wait. I mean, there's time for enjoying, but you enjoy much more after you do what you can do. Okay, let's repeat this. It's not about doing what someone else tells you you have to do. No, it's about you knowing what you have to do, where you need to be. You are in the right place in the right moment. That's trusting, that's peace, that's knowing yourself. So you have to be that. You have to be this, have to become this, that you know where you are and that you know that you are always in the right place. Okay, you have to start to become more present, more aware. If you are in places that you say, what am I doing here? So start to change it. Start to change also your choices, what you're doing in your life. Okay, start to look for things that makes you great, things that you like. Okay. And then stop fighting. Stop fighting also your life. Because like the more you connect with yourself, the more you trust your life. You trust everything is happening. You get to a different reality. Okay, doesn't mean that when you get into better reality, let's say, or greater, it's done. It's like, oh, now I don't have any problem or I don't have any challenge. You might have always challenging situations in this reality, but if you have trust, if you can be connected to yourself, you will always find this way to handle things, to go beyond things, to overcome things, to outgrade things. You'll find your way to, okay, like for me, when I feel in a interesting situation or hard situation, even if it's a new one, it's like, okay, I will handle it. I will find a way. That's what's making me strong. I used to be weak. Even I was rebel and fighting. I was weak. And I was fighting because of that, because I didn't know things. So I was fighting, pretending to be strong, but I was the very weak. Because I was not including these subtle things of me, this sweetness of me, this sensitivity. Now I'm including, now I can get strong. I'm getting stronger. I can use my energy now for anything. I'm getting more confident, more strong. I'm seeing you guys. Well, the few that you are in the camera, the rest are sleeping, maybe. I know. Sometimes I make people sleep. It's one of my capacities. I can also make people wake up and get activated, but yeah. So how are you guys? How are you doing? Is there any question? Please, you can write in the chat and I will read it. I see a question maybe or a comment in Turkish. Someone is saying thank you. Thank you to you guys too. So yeah, I hope I will do another Zoom soon and we can share more things. I can share more things. And also, yeah, I'm going to Istanbul in a few days that's not a question. She will leave. Okay. Yeah, for sure you guys can leave. Thank you for being here. But yeah, just now making a recap, a reminder of what's the next creations of Pulse of Life. So in Istanbul, it's going to be in a couple of weeks, more or less, a Pulse of Life class. Then that would be the days of 15 and 16 of July. In Turkey, it's a live class. In this live class, I show you a few tools that you can use for that purpose, for change your energy or for working someone else. And also it's an experience where all this we've been talking and it's a lot of energy, experience and work. Okay, what I do with the Pulse of Life. So you learn this. Yeah, 15 and 16 Temmuz. Might be July in Turkish. Temmuz. Günaydın. Günaydın. Teşekkürler. I just know like a couple of words from my last time there. And then the same class will be done in Tokyo. Tokyo will be 27 and 28th of July. Then after that, a week after will be in China, in Shanghai, the 3rd and 4th of August. And that's the next live classes of Pulse of Life. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. I hope I see you soon. And yeah, well, there's some comment maybe. Let me just answer these things. So somebody put there. Is saying, when you felt your pain, how did you identify between energetic thing that was an energetic thing or a body problem? My way of seeing this is that everything is an energetic thing. That's my experience, or at least I know that with energy I can change things that are in my body. And not from a fixed idea that okay, I change my head, or I'm blonde now, or I change my whole body. Is like okay, like The body has certain things that they look in a specific way, and okay, you can play with it. It's not about, don't go to the extreme like, oh yeah, I should like remove anything from my body with energies. We don't know. We can never promise anything. We just play. What I truly know is that I can change these pains or things that are having in my body, and I can change it through an energetic tool, energetic movement, change of energy. So I know that because of my experience, because I experienced, sorry, let's say it that way. I experienced one time and another time and many, 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 many times for a few years. I also used to not believe that. But when you have many experiences where you have a pain, you have a problem, and then you change the energy and that changes, then at the end you say, okay, that works. And believe me, it's not easy. Even I'm working with these, techniques for 10 years. My mind is still so influenced, so implanted by many people around, by this limited reality. And then it's like, oh, I forget, like I'm just struggling for 1 day or 2 days, and then, oh, let me do that thing that I know. Let me change this energy. Let me move this energy. Let me use this tool. Then I do it like, oh, I feel much greater. And so not always, you know, I remind it because there's many people around being in this reality of ego. Ego and limitation is what makes physical reality stuck, solid, and more important than anything else, and more real than any other reality. That's the problem. So then the reality of energy, the realities that are beyond this limited reality, they don't exist. That's what happened with a limited mind, with a limited thinking. Someone is asking, what was the biggest change in your life? Oof, I don't know. Right now, like regarding to this energy work or what? Like I had many changes. It's difficult to say what was my biggest. I guess you mean maybe with this, with the energy work. With the energy work, with that, for me, the biggest is that I'm enjoying life. That's my biggest change. I'm enjoying living. Like I want to play. I want to play, and I'm going to play hard, not hard, strong. Because I guess many times, and as I told you, even I think when I was 12 years old, I said like, what the fuck is this world? Like, what am I doing here? So I guess for sure, I enjoyed it a lot. Since I was rebel, the good thing is I was trying all the bad things. So I enjoyed a lot of things. I was doing a lot of funny things, but still not that fun. So my biggest change is that I can play and I can enjoy. And I feel free. The other thing about finding and connecting with yourself is that you can feel freedom because there's not anyone that is more powerful or that is, let's say, limiting you. It's not about a level of power. That's also the limited reality. It's about not being limited by anyone or by anything. Ideas can be, all these dogmas about what you believe can limit you a lot because you make something that is more powerful than you, like whatever, you know, any entity of power. When I say entity, I don't mean a being, I mean an institution, any group, any person that you think it's more powerful than you. There's no one really more powerful than you because no one is like you. You are unique. You are you. It's like you are part of this amazing creation. You are the important part because you are the one that you can do things, change things. You are the most important. So nobody is really important or more powerful than you because they cannot change things for you. So they are not more powerful than you in your life. In their lives, they should be powerful. In your life, nobody's more powerful than you because nobody can change things from you, for you. There's more comments in Turkish, I think. Now the Turkish are getting activated because the call was finishing, so they are all writing. It's good, okay. Last minutes. We are making Baris work now, looking in the chat. Thank you, Baris. Teşekkürler. If I'm going to have practice, do you mean now if I'm going to do something or what that means? What that mean? Some of you are still here. Um, so no, we are not going to do anything else. I mean, we were just finishing this with the questions. And just saying bye. And as I said, we're having these live classes. You can also ask any of us, depending the country you are, you can ask in the groups where you joined or where you are, or the person that invited you. You can ask about these live classes. And let's see if we do something else online soon. Okay. Thank you very much, all. Shishie. Gracias. Teşekkürler. Arigato gozaimasu. And I don't remember Romanian now, Stelian. You have to help me now. It's the easiest one and I forgot. Mulțumesc, mulțumesc. I got it before you wrote it. Thank you. Good. Okay, bye-bye, everyone. See you soon. Thank you.